Jaret Goes to the Movies is a free podcast made possible by Rich's lack of a social life, as well as our amazing supporters. For as little as $1 a month, you can access tons of extra content each week. Visit JaretGoesToTheMovies.com and click Support Us. Enjoy the show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jaret Reddick. And this is a podcast. Jaret Goes to the Movies. Hopefully you have seen or heard one of my many musical endeavors. And if you have, then you know how much I love movies. This is movie commentary with no movie knowledge. This podcast is me and my friend Rich talking about movies that we like. But my name's on it because I'm famous. This is Jaret Goes to the Movies. Still. Okay, we're starting now. Oh, yeah. Man, there's something about disco music, man. I don't know. It just makes me happy. It's like there's a reason why Bruno Mars has got huge hits right now. It's just this.
It's the bass and the beat. It's amazing.
Yeah, just tight drums. Tight drums. How you guys doing? My name is Jaret. This is a podcast. It's called Jaret Goes to the Movies. This week we're going to talk about Boogie Nights. And this movie is a doozy. I like it a lot, but I'll just go ahead and say this. I haven't seen it in a long time. And I guess the fact that it came out 20 years ago.
Holy crap.
This is the first movie that we've done on Jaret Goes to Movies in a year where every single thing that I thought about the movie, and I've seen it 10, 15 times, but it was all kind of back then, I reacted to it completely differently this time. Mm-hmm. So there are certain things that I thought were like really bad, like, you know, the drug stuff or whatever. And this time I'm just like, they don't even really seem that fucked up to me, you know? And then there's some cast things that I'll talk about too. But just the way that it watched for me, it was odd because it was almost like I'd only seen it as a kid and I'm seeing it as an adult, which, you know, I was fucking 25 when I saw it the first time. That's not really a kid.
Is it really 20 years ago?
1997. Yeah. So, you know, it's hard to believe that, like, fucking the Seattle music revolution was 30 years ago.
Oh, my gosh.
And then it's
all right, stop talking about that kind of
stuff. Because we get into that fucking pyramid thing when it's like, to think about it, it's like, in 75, you know, Led Zeppelin and shit was already classic rock. They had like a 6-year run, and it was just like, okay, we're playing the classics here.
See, that's the problem. I was just talking to my parents about this 2 days ago. I feel like every year I'm going, next year is the year where I'll be able to start doing XYZ. And I feel like I've been doing that for like 20 years now.
Yeah, same. So it's like,
Christ,
there's a bunch of that for me of like, and I remember the milestones too. It's like when I was turning 40, I remember being like, I'm going to run a 5K. I'm going to be in the best shape of my life. Then I blew up my knee again. And it was just like, and now it's like every year, okay, this is the year I'm going to get in shape. I'm going to fucking be like the healthiest grandpa in the world. And then I can't believe we've been doing this fucking show a year. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, this is crazy. With me, as always, is my great friend Rich.
Hi, Jared.
Rich, you seem a little glum today.
I had to take a nap. I was fucking beat.
See,
I don't know what happened.
Naps don't pep you up.
No, they don't, but they give me the ability to last for the evening because I was not going to make it.
The key is a very short nap, like 20 minutes.
I don't think I actually went to sleep. If I did, it was just like a blink. But,
yeah, they say that the 20-minute nap is perfect because you're not supposed to go into REM. If you go into REM, then your body is faked out into thinking you're going to be there for a long time.
Who wants to be at an REM concert for that long anyway?
Not me.
For 45 minutes? I'd probably be... I mean, like back in the day, sure.
They have like 2 hits. I'm out in 10 minutes.
I like I think the Green album, I think I like that one, and I like that song, Losing My Religion. Yeah. And I like that, What's the Frequency, Kenneth, and stuff.
Speaking of that, she'll have already received it by the time this airs, but she doesn't listen to the show. I just bought Zoe a mandolin.
Oh, nice.
Listen to the mandolin rain.
When's her first album coming out?
I don't know.
Ask Jaret.
Oh,
I'm right here. We need to get Pat through the holidays. We had some shit just, I mean, you know, it's just one thing after. I just released my fucking...
Next year's the year.
I released my 18th album with Bowling for Soup today, guys.
Yeah, I didn't even know you were doing this.
Yeah.
Was it a live album?
Live acoustic album.
Live acoustic album.
With an accompanying DVD.
Where did you record it?
We did it back, actually, in 2013. It's been 3 years ago, in a church in England.
Oh, wow.
And...
I thought you did it on the last tour. I didn't realize it was 3 years.
No, it's just been like one of those things where it's just been hanging over my head. We spent the right amount of money to film it and all of that, but it's like every time I start to... I don't really leave a lot of projects unfinished. It's just that one was super unmotivating for me to do, and I can't explain why. Like, I'd work on it for a little while, and then I find myself 4 or 5 months later, like, emailing everybody going, where did we leave this pile of shit? And then it's like, you have to start all over again, you know? Like, but anyway.
So you said film it. Is it a video?
It's a DVD. DVD is 2 hours plus long, and then it's also an album. The album basically just takes out all the banter. So,
Gotcha.
you know, if you want to get the full show experience, that pretty much means that there's like...
Was that included in the pledge stuff? Or
it was, yeah. Well, we did it as an added thing on the pledge just because they were both coming out this year. But anyway, response has been great. Reviews have been better. And
where do you just go on the pledge thing and get it? Where do you get it?
You can go, actually, by the time you read this, the pledge store will be closed. Okay, by the time you hear this, the pledge store will be closed. Yes, Amazon, iTunes. It's already on Spotify. Anywhere you buy music, I ask everybody, check it out where you check it out, and if you like it, please support the band because, I want to make music. 18 records in 22 years is pretty fucking awesome.
That's amazing, yeah.
So
You should do 18 more.
I want to try to make it to 25 albums by 25 years. So, I got a little work to do. We'll get there, though. Kitty Corner Will is here tonight, guys.
Hey.
And, Will, your mother-in-law came in to visit. It seems like you survived.
I did.
Yeah.
Tonight's the mega Harry Potter party that my teenage daughter's throwing for all of her
bumping
friends.
over there.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Jimmy came over.
Okay.
Nerds.
Yeah, that's right. She's excited about Harry Potter this weekend, and then we're going to see Star Wars tomorrow.
Sweet.
Yeah, so
I can't believe it's tomorrow. Jesus.
Yeah, Will is joining in on the Griswold family Star Wars trip.
I'm really looking forward to the movie.
And that's going to be fun. Top Jimmy is here this evening, one of my oldest friends on the planet. And I think we figured this out. You were Bowling for Soup's first roadie guy. You're the first guy to ever set up merch besides me, right?
There was a smelly bastard in there somewhere.
Shane? Stinky Shane?
Yeah.
Stinky Shane was before you.
I don't know.
Was that before we knew you?
I don't know, unless they set up in Abilene at the Hunger Show. I think you were setting up your own shit.
I was setting up my own shit then. We didn't have anybody.
Then there was Evan, and then there was... Who was the guy from Boston?
Ed Venturoso.
Yeah.
What I'd like is a tuna steak, medium rare.
I just remember Bernie almost killing him on the side of the road.
Yeah, and then you and Killer Ted took...
I got banned from your fucking...
No, you got me banned from there, too.
I think I'm banned, too.
Yeah.
It wasn't me.
Fuck them. I had been...
It was worth it, though.
Yeah. They took chicks into my brother-in-law's barn and spent the night, and we were spending the night there. Well, the band was sleeping in the house, and they had this converted barn, and they slept up there. Well, we're all having breakfast in the morning, and there's Jimmy and Killer Ted walking out with these girls, and my brother-in-law just went fucking crazy.
Is he the guy with the accent?
He's the ain't no dog what never had food in front of him done starved to death. Horses was running somewhere, Jaret. Yeah, we were just like, he's like, nope, this ain't no Motel 6.
I was like, man, I didn't even fucking do nothing.
This is a house of God. Dana, go get me a piece of pie, glass of milk.
May he rest in peace.
May he rest in peace. Yes, he did. Yeah, he did die.
Oh, man.
He died. He lived a full life, and he got to know his grandkids and stuff.
Awesome.
There, that side of my family has not been without tragedy because we lost my nephew a few years ago too. That was their oldest. So anyway, but I still fucking think, he was a dick to me when I was a kid, and then tried to be nice to me for a couple of years, and Jimmy blew it. So, but he says it's worth it. So fuck it. I mean, I don't know. I don't think we were playing that part of the state much after that anyway. I think that was about the time that everything kind of caught wheels. Anything else, you guys? I mean, when will this come out? Will Christmas have already happened?
This is the day before New Year's.
Okay,
this is our New Year's Eve movie.
Okay, anybody got New Year's plans?
I'll be flying back from Chicago on New Year's.
On New Year's Eve?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, that should be easy travel.
That's why I did it.
Yeah, the next day would have sucked.
Right.
And the day after that, probably even worse.
And it was cheap too.
Yeah, I scheduled a show. I'll be in D.C., so if you are hearing this, come see me tonight at the Washington, D.C. Hilton with Bowling for Soup. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about Boogie Nights this week. This podcast is a free podcast, and it's made possible by all of our amazing supporters. If you'd like to support the podcast, which we would love it if you do, just go to patreon.com and search Jaret Goes to the Movies and pick your subscription level. Or you can go to, what's our website?
Jaret Goes to the Movies.
I almost said Bowling for Soup. I'm in Bowling for Soup land so hard this week because of all the shit that's going on. So yes, JaretGoesToMovies.com and click on support us. Every dollar goes to helping out the podcast. We just got all new equipment and we're about to go video right after the first of the year. So exciting things on the horizon. Our newest supporter is Danny Chambers. I'd like to welcome him to the winning team. Our executive producers, who almost all of them now are like really long time contributors to the show. And, we just love them all. David Murray, Ashley C., Sheila Ray Wonder, Wendy Croft, David Dooley, who isn't feeling well tonight. He was actually supposed to be on the show.
Yeah, he said he was sick.
And
feel better, Dave.
I think he's just sick of you.
True.
Diane Small, Big Chris Whitehead, Lucy Murray, who got her shout out last week, Chris Holt, Right On James, Eddie Weiss, colonblowband.com, and Lisa Wenzel. Boogie Nights 1997, which we talked about earlier, 20 freaking years ago. Crazy.
It's crazy.
It's just, and again, I guess maybe that's why there's so many times where I'm just like, see, that was so different to me 20 years ago than it is now. And
yeah.
We'll see when we get there. The story of a young man's adventure in California pornography industry of the late 1970s and early 1980s. That's when I started watching it. Directed and written by Paul Thomas Anderson. This movie stars, of course, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Mark Wahlberg. Have you had one of these Wahlburger burgers?
They're not in our area, are they?
We went there in Las Vegas. It's pretty good, but I don't know. It's hard to sort of see past the novelty of it, or whether you're paying the price because it's in Vegas.
Yeah,
or
you're not going there because of the food. You're going there because it's the Wahlburgers joint.
The coolest episode of the Wahlburgers that I saw, though, was the one where they had the old gang in there, and they were the characters from Entourage that they're supposed to be built around or whatever. Which was super cool. If you ever watched Entourage, it was based upon Mark Wahlberg's initial adventures in Hollywood. He kind of went there already famous and had this posse and, started getting these crazy movie roles, and then craziness ensued.
Yeah.
But I think he's great in this. He's pretty much a great fucking actor, right?
He's probably one of my top 3 male leads.
Yeah.
I like him.
I watch everything. I even sat through fucking Transformers against my will, only because he was in it. I mean, it was still horrible. I mean, really, really bad. But I just love everything he's in, honestly.
Yeah. And he's young here. I mean,
super young, yeah.
And so really, I mean, the Mark Wahlberg I think that the listener is thinking of right now is in huge movies. He's like this blockbuster motherfucker. Not that this movie wasn't huge, but this is a breakout role for him. He had done Basketball Diaries before this, right? And
was he in that? I didn't even know that.
I think so, right?
I never saw the movie.
It was him and
Leonardo
and Tupac. You got Tupac? He was in Renaissance Man before that and The Substitute, but
Renaissance Man, yeah, but he had a very small part in that.
Yeah, biggest role I think was the first one was the Basketball Diaries, and then Boogie Nights was just a couple of years later, and then you get into some crazy shit.
I wouldn't even say Basketball Diaries was his breakout role. I think this had to be his breakout role.
Where was Fear at? Was that one of his
Fear is
first?
next. So it was Basketball Diaries, then Fear was the next year, then The Traveler, then Boogie Nights, and then the big hit, The Corruptor. But then you get into some crazy shit like Three Kings, which was with
that was good though.
With what's his face? He did Planet of the Apes, Rockstar, Truth About Charlie, Italian Job. Then as I'm skipping around, Four Brothers, The Departed.
Dude, that's on the list. That's on next spring.
Date Night, The
Have you
Other
ever seen
Guys.
The Departed?
I haven't.
Oh, it's good.
The Fighter, and then again, it's pretty much every movie he does.
So I think this was his breakout role. Actually,
you guys have done a couple of his shows on this podcast yet?
We did Rockstar.
But you know what's great about him too is that he's got action. it's obviously action is down. He can be dramatic, but he's a funny guy too.
Oh, yeah.
He's great in the Ted movies. Like he's just
oh my
awesome.
god, the first Ted, I laughed nonstop.
Yeah, it was
Nonstop.
perfect. Yeah, and he's just, and I think that's probably why, you know, he's in that circle with John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell and that, because he's in that Daddy's Home movie.
That's funny.
It's a funny movie,
yeah,
and you know,
that
normally
was funny.
normally Will Ferrell's movies become the Will Ferrell show, as you know. But really, he kind of steals that one.
Yeah,
you know, it's a good one. So quite the fucking filmography for that guy, Julianne Moore, who is not afraid to show her fiery bush.
Yeah, or her boobs. I don't.
She was pretty naked in this.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She was pasty.
She is. I like it. I like that. Like
everything I like in a unicorn, but I'm just not attracted to her.
I like that white, just like super like. It's just crazy.
I love it too.
Pale skin, you mean?
I like, and especially with the red hair.
You weren't getting racial. You
My
just
wife,
went pale
she's
skin.
so self-conscious about how pale she is.
No.
And I'm like, I like it.
Yeah,
No, I
yeah,
like
it's
it.
Why?
great. Stay out of the sun.
Yep.
Burt Reynolds is in this. Burt Reynolds, probably, you know, if not the biggest, arguably the biggest star of the 70s, 80s.
This was his comeback.
It was.
That's what I was going to ask. Was it because he fucking killed it in this movie?
Yeah, he's great.
And he looked amazing.
Yeah.
He looked awesome. Yeah.
It's a great role for him because
This was after or before Striptease?
this has got to be after, right?
I think it's before. He looked a lot older and a lot more broken down. In
Yeah, I thought
Striptease.
so too. Yeah.
Yeah, but makeup does wonders, and he's been bald since fucking 67.
Yeah, the director had a hard time with Burt Reynolds in this movie.
Really?
Was he difficult to work with?
He got in a fist fight with people. He got yelled
Well,
at the director.
If you watch the director's commentary, they imply that Burt was on drugs during.
He
the
was
film.
going to cast.
No.
He was going to cast Burt Reynolds in Magnolia, but because they were fighting so much, he didn't.
He said, "I've worked with." He said, "I did my piece with him." I don't need
Burt
to do
Reynolds hated this movie so much he fired his publicist for getting hired onto it.
Well, yeah, you guys are right. Striptease was the year before. It was in 1996.
Okay.
No, so I was right. This was after. So Boogie Nights was 97. I think they just had a good makeup person. But again, Burt Reynolds, I mean, Smokey and the Bandit, Cannonball Run,
Okay.
Hooper, some of my favorite movies of all time.
My favorite thing that he did was Lonnie Anderson, though.
Oh, yeah. Hmm. So you like Stroker Ace?
I'll stroke her ace. I'll stroke whatever she wants me to stroke.
Okay, Luis Guzman. So he was going to do a sitcom called The Rose in Spanish Harlem. And we got to pitch the theme song to it, and it didn't make it past the pilot. I was bummed. So that song is on Bowling for Soup Goes to the Movies, which is where our name came from. Isn't that
yeah.
fun?
That is.
A nice little tie-in. John C. Reilly. So this is where we get into one of those things where I watched it completely differently. Obviously, this is where I first saw him. And I remember when he started doing things with, say, Will Ferrell or whatever, I'm like, man, that dude is really funny. Like,
Right.
And obviously now, I think he carries most of the things that they do because he's so good with his reactions and shit like that. So,
Did you not see him? I kept hearing him in Step Brother.
yeah,
Watching
exactly.
this, yeah.
But see, here's the thing. I haven't seen this movie since all
Yeah.
of that. So I went from then thinking, this is crazy. Like, all of a sudden, he just got funny to watching this and being like, he's fucking hilarious through this whole thing.
Yeah, it was
That's the
always there.
character he's playing.
It's always
Right.
there.
Yeah, but I just did. There was no reference point to me. I just thought he was just some creepy like porno dude. But no, he's fucking awesome in the whole thing.
Well, and this was what I was trying to point out in Step Brothers, in the podcast episode Step Brothers that we did. That I think his range is a lot more than Will Ferrell. I like a lot more than Will Ferrell's because
yeah.
he was teasing that character that he did in Step Brothers here a little bit.
Yeah.
But his acting was amazing.
Well, I think the hard part that, and you're probably right, but I think if I am going the other way as far as like Will Ferrell, is that like Will Ferrell's job is to carry the movie, so John C. Reilly doesn't have that pressure. He can sit there and be like
Sure.
hilarious in his reactions to things, or and just like super over the top, but Will Ferrell doesn't necessarily have that luxury because he's in the next scene too. You know what I mean? So like, I just feel like
I think that both of our statements could be absolutely true at the same time.
I think you're right. I definitely think you're right. I don't think that Will Ferrell has the reach of, but at the same time, nobody would have said that about Jim Carrey back in the day either. Yeah. And
that motherfucker tries. I don't think Will Ferrell tries. He did that one serious show.
He did the one Woody Allen movie that he did.
Yeah.
I have to watch Step Brothers again because I swear that John C. Reilly said, "How much do you bench or how much do you squat?" at least once in that movie.
I'm trying to think.
That would have been a good.
Sounds familiar.
That would have been a good homage to this movie where he says it to Mark.
All right, Don Cheadle. We see Don Cheadle for the first time here. That I remember. I don't remember him being in anything else. He was fucking awesome in this.
Yeah,
and this definitely would be a springboard. I mean, so it's a funny little movie that would be a springboard for a lot of these actors. I mean, because if you're looking at Don Cheadle, Mark Wahlberg, Heather Graham, maybe Philip Seymour Hoffman. A lot of them, this was their breakout movie.
Definitely, Philip Seymour Hoffman was super young in this, so I would say yes.
He was, and the character is so great. We're not even to him yet. Anyway, Don Cheadle, love that dude. Heather Graham,
definitely seen her before. Was she the one in License to Drive?
She's in Twin Peaks.
Did you like seeing her naked?
Yeah.
Heather Graham?
Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
She has a nice figure.
Mm-hmm.
She had a big blonde bush.
Yeah.
Dude, she was super hot.
Yeah, agreed. William H. Macy, I think, has got to be one of everybody's favorite actors ever.
He's got to be top 10 actors of all time.
Got to be. I mean, he's just that dude that can play that. You
don't even want to like him because he's not like a guy you're like rooting for in Hollywood.
Right.
But man, when you see him on screen and do the range of stuff he does,
it really is amazing.
Jesus
darn tootin'.
And
fucking Fargo.
Yeah.
Fargo's great. What was it? Was it The Cooler? Was he in the
Cooler? Yeah, with Alec Baldwin.
Yeah. And he's great in that.
He was awesome in Magnolia.
Everything he does is.
I gotta see Magnolia. Let's put that on the list because I've never seen that before.
Every time you say that, I'm thinking of that movie with Dolly Parton or something. Is that Still Magnolias?
Still Magnolias. Yeah, we're doing that soon, right?
We'll do both.
Also,
we'll do Still Magnolias.
We're doing
Magnolias at the same time.
All of you guys are being replaced by females. Is that right? That's the plan. We're going to do Still Magnolias.
Do you want Simone to come?
Yes, Simone is more than welcome.
Will she talk?
Mm-hmm. Dave Murray's wife is spearheading this idea, but she'll be doing the Skype interview.
Right.
And then Ashley Miller will be here, Casey, Simone. As we said, Philip Seymour Hoffman. I mean, I just found him to be so fucking good in this movie, and I just thought it was some sort of fluke. And I have not made it a secret. I think
he's amazing.
He's amazing.
No, I think everyone knows how great of an actor he used to be.
I think he probably had not been for drugs. He would have been fucking like Robert De Niro. I mean, because he could play anything. I mean, he's not really an action guy, but look at the movies that we've already played where he was in it. I mean, the Almost Famous character was so great. And we're looking at this one, he's been in a couple of other ones I think that we've done.
Amazing in Magnolia.
There you go.
I'm serious.
There's one where he plays like this really, really bad dude, and he's like the owner of a mattress store, but it's a front for like phone sex lines or some shit. And I cannot think of what it is. But somebody let us know on our Facebook because we've got Will looking up way too much shit tonight. Amazing cast, springboard for so many. I thought the movie was fantastic. So let's fucking dive into this motherfucker.
You want 5 or 10?
What?
Well, if you just want to see me jack off, it's 10. But if you just want to look at it, it's only 5.
You guys pay to watch the movie?
Yeah.
You already done it tonight?
A couple times.
Then you can do it again.
If you want, if you got $10.
My name is Jack.
Eddie Adams.
Eddie Adams from Torrance.
Yep.
Jack Warner, filmmaker.
Really?
Yeah, filmmaker. Adult films, exotic pictures.
Isn't Eddie Adams the name of the Adams Family kid?
No.
Oh.
It's Eddie Munster.
Eddie Munster. And who's the little boy in the Adams Family? Or there isn't one? Wednesday? Not Eddie. Okay. Sorry.
I'm thinking this is no longer a thing since we have the internet for this kind of debauchery now.
100% it's a thing.
Yeah. Oh, you think it's a thing?
Absolutely.
Porn?
Yeah. No,
No.
I think what he means is
jacking off for
somebody
someone
showing
for
you to
$10.
jack off. Yeah, it's definitely a thing on porn. Do you ever get on Chatterbait back in the day? Like
Wait.
just like
on porn.
what?
You said on porn. I said I don't think this is a thing anymore
in
because
life, in like real life.
Okay,
in
I
real
meant
life.
to say online
Oh.
because there was a site called Chatterbait, and is that what I'm thinking of? Chatterbait, right? And you could, people would get on that, but it's basically just like every other room you go into is just somebody's cock in their hand.
oh, you're chat roulette.
Chat roulette. That's what it is. Yeah, so I
Chatterbait's
got chat roulette and Chatterbait mixed up. Chatterbait's awesome.
Because that's where you masturbate and chat.
Yeah, I mean they're chatting, but like if you don't have coins, you can't. I don't spend the money on the coins. I go for the free.
What are you talking about? What is Chatterbait?
It's just like you should just go there. Next time you need to take care of yourself.
I don't like the two-way.
You don't like
want
the
them,
two-way.
Like I don't want to interact with them.
No. They don't see you.
I don't want to talk to them either.
You don't talk to them. I just said you got to put coins in for that. For the free shit, you're just watching. It seems backwards, right?
Guess.
Like you should have to talk to them
So
if
you
you're
just
not
sit there
paying.
and watch people interact with each other.
Well, just go there anyway. I don't want this whole thing to be about that.
No thanks.
I'll talk to you guys in a
You
little
don't want this whole thing to be about pornography?
bit. Nice.
Too late.
This is definitely a thing, though. Like somebody like paying you.
But online, not like
No,
in person.
in person. It's a thing. What do you think happens?
Just beer backs at the club.
How does
Why?
he know that Jack Horner's not there to just ask for directions to the fucking closest beer
Because
shop?
it
the way
happens.
he's
He's just
looking
like-
at him.
Because
He's like,
and
"Pull my dick
he
out."
works in this crazy
Well,
nightclub.
and he was making eyes at him the whole time he was
Yeah.
out there.
And look, free porn really hasn't replaced anything. To me, if it's done anything, it's like more
Satiated.
exclamated it. So I'm sure this is even more
Not
rampant.
for me.
Because seeing one in person has to be different. 'Cause that's how boobs are.
I have been to a what are they? Remember down off 35,
Down, yeah,
35 and was Northwest Highway. Maybe?
Northwest
They
Highway.
they have the video store.
yeah, peep shows and
New
shit.
Fine Arts.
And they had like the girls in there, and then you could
Yeah.
rent a video. Like I've done that a couple of times.
Yeah.
I would never do that now. Like no way in hell would I
See,
ever.
you're
do
like way
anything
beyond
like
that.
I
I would
went
never
in-
done that either.
I went in there when me and Jen just first started dating. It was the middle of the night. We were just like,
My
we got
first
lost.
wife and I went in there a couple.
And
times.
we were just standing there, and it was one across from like Malibu Grand Prix by where,
right, yeah.
we were over there, and
Yep.
I'm back there in the arcade. I'm just like looking. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. This guy just cozies up next to me. He's like, hey,
Whoa.
what are you doing? What do you mean? What am I doing? He's like, you want to go back there and watch it? Oh, fuck. No, it's time to go. It was
Yeah.
pretty shocking.
Well,
So, don't be a
yeah.
guy
Not that
back
there's
there
anything
just
wrong with that.
looking. No.
I've
But
never done that. I've never done that in those spots ever. But I've also never paid a guy $5 to see his penis. I mean,
That's true.
I can see all the penis I want on the Bowling for Soup bus for free.
I see it every time I piss.
The fuck are you doing?
What the fuck does it look like I'm doing?
Can you close the door?
Will I close the door? Will I close the door? That's my wife, you asshole.
I'm sorry.
Get out. Go sleep on the couch.
Don't stop, big stud.
See, it's like I think I thought that was funny before.
Until you're married.
Now I just feel bad for him. Like, you know how the one, I'm here for the gangbang and Old School is hilarious.
She's a real porn star, by the way.
Nina Hartley.
Yeah. There's a bunch of real porn stars in this, but Nina Hartley is like the first like mature star or whatever.
Okay, two things. So he works in the porn business. He can't find someone else. She's a porn star. She can't bring someone else home for him.
Is
To make
she a
this a-
porn star in the movie?
Yeah.
I think she is an actress in the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That
That's interesting.
particular scene was the scene that they cut like 40 seconds out of to make it R-rated as opposed to NC-17 because
Interesting.
they said that the scene where he opened the door, they said she's talking and she's humping. She can't do both. She has to pick one. So they cut 40 seconds out of it. They reshot that scene, and that got them an
What a
R rating.
Stupid rule.
Pretty
But
silly, huh?
we've talked about that a bunch in here and how censorship works. I mean, they probably initially had the dude's dick going in and out of her too, so that, because then that's something small you can cut. See what I did there? But you can cut that out, and then that's how you get to the. Because listening to Seth Rogen talk about how he deals with that shit is fucking really enlightening. Like, you just can't even imagine the shit that you're not seeing. You know, it's like whenever I make up like fake words to my songs before I actually record them. You know, like if that ever got out there, I would be destroyed.
Shit, you know what? I never talk when I'm doing it. So am I rated R? I'm not NC-17.
You're rated R, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
Yeah, absolutely.
If that.
PG-13?
Maybe.
Oh, Jesus, please. Okay, shave if you're going to do that. Just scratch my face.
Sorry.
So this lady's been in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
She's like a very well-versed actress.
I was married to her for about 7 years.
You were? Yeah,
This scene was extremely disturbing for me.
Yeah, that was my last ex.
Yeah? In what ways?
It was really there was some sort of something's going on between her and her son. It's very strange. It's
Yeah.
like she's jealous of him, or
Right.
I think she emasculated her husband because her son was so manly. She had the hots for him, and she hated herself for that. So then she just fucking,
Flipped out.
flipped out on both of them.
I almost have a theory that he was sexually abused by her, and that's why he's fucked up.
I think that is a great theory because that's prominent in that industry.
Because she acts jealous of his girlfriends, right?
She does, yeah. And so there's definitely some sort of weird
There's something bad going on there.
mom-son thing.
And the dad, man. God.
Yeah.
Pussy.
Yeah, he's a vagina. And not because he is what he eats. He's just a vagina.
He's emasculated.
What does that mean?
I mean,
For those of us who don't know big words.
He's made to feel like he's not a man.
Right.
Not that many was really skinny.
It is that as well.
She's the best. She's a wonderful mother, you know. She's a mother to all those who need love.
She's really nice.
You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking I want to be in business with you, Ed.
Really?
What do you think?
I'd love it.
What do you think of Roller Girl?
She's great.
Yeah. Would you like to do it?
Have sex.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to. She's really foxy.
No, I bet your ass she is.
You're officially out of limes, Jack.
Well, I'll pick up some for you tomorrow, son. Come here, darling. I want you to go over there and sit on the couch with Eddie.
Here we go. Are we gonna fuck?
Oh, yes.
Boy.
So there's a creepiness about Burt Reynolds, obviously, because, there's a...
Well, he definitely likes to watch.
There's a lot of...
Does he like to watch in an artistic way or in a creepy way?
It certainly doesn't seem like... It doesn't seem like it's
But if
always
you're a
artistic.
pornographer,
Yeah.
if your art is making pornography, okay,
Yeah.
and that's what you do for a living, I can definitely see that would be a possibility that he is like just looking, okay, how are they going to look on screen? What kind of chemistry do they have? Will this work? Am I going to invest my money into this kid? I mean, I can see that. I could see that. But it could easily go the other way, and he's just a fucking creep, and therefore he does this because he's a creep.
Yeah, I mean, Burt Reynolds, he wants to make this grandiose motion picture, and this is art or whatever, but I just don't know.
I think the Colonel was very much a fucking deviant perv.
Of course.
I think that guy really enjoyed it for him. As he gets busted later on down the road. But
Right.
But
I think Burt's character is very much, he kind of cares about the kids,
Yeah,
and
you could see that.
I don't
Does
think
he, or does he care about the kids until they don't give him
Well, it is a
anything anymore?
business,
Of course.
So
And
you
he
gotta-
is the owner of the business, and you need to show him respect and not be a fucking dickhead to
later
him.
in the movie, he cares about them. He takes care of
Yeah,
them. He
and
helps
he
them
took
in
him
their
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing that bothered me was at the point where he's basically auditioning him. They're both minors. They're underaged.
Right.
Mark Wahlberg's character is 17, and Roller Girl is still in high school.
But in the 70s, was that underage? I don't know.
Yeah, but
remember.
17 isn't underage to have sex.
You could get beer at 17 or 18 back
Oh,
then.
yeah.
Not in California.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a gray area.
You think you're gonna do this? You think you're gonna do this?
Don't do that! You're not gonna be. Don't do that! You're not gonna be doing that because you're too stupid. I'm not stupid. Yes, you are. Please, don't fucking do that. Please, don't be mean to me. I'm not being mean to you. You're just too stupid to see it. You don't know what I can do. You don't know what I can do. What I'm gonna do. What I'm gonna be. You don't know I'm good. I have good things that you don't know about, and I'm gonna be something I am. Don't you fucking tell me I'm not anything.
This scene fucking killed me, dude.
Yeah, me too.
How can any parent say this to their kid?
But I think
they're effed up.
I never really thought about there being some sort of emotional relationship there, but this explains a lot. I mean, you guys pointing that out, and because to me,
he's definitely emotionally abused, and he's probably physically abused.
She seems like she could be a fucking alcoholic or a religious freak or just any of those to react this way. But there's definitely something. He just. Yeah, he's cowing down like a dog with a garden hose. Like, he's like, just don't be mean to me. Don't be. I mean, that's strong. That's fucking. Those are strong words.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus Christ, that's crazy.
Jaret's opening a bid.
It was disturbing. It bothered me.
Yeah, I mean, I spend so much time trying to build my kids up to have confidence.
Mm-hmm.
If I just said one single time, "You're fucking stupid," it would have destroyed all of that. Even if it was just out of anger and I didn't mean it, it would have destroyed all of that. Like, years and years and years.
Well, this is 40 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dr. Spock didn't exist yet?
Well, I just think, first of all, there's no excuse for this, but roles were different in the house, and...
You don't expect to see that type of interaction with a mom and her son.
Right.
A dad, definitely.
Yeah.
It was always the
Back
dad.
then, you mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this was 77 when this scene happened, right?
But you know what? A lot of times, though, I will say a lot of times I think the mom was the disciplinarian. I mean, there are those that would just wait till your dad gets home, but I know just as many people that are just like, oh, yeah, my dad didn't give a shit what I did. He went to work, he came home, he read the paper on Saturdays.
My mom ran the show, and if she ever got pissed, my dad had to step in. And boy, was he mad if he had to step in, because he did not want to step in.
Right. So, but when you do have that strong woman who is the disciplinarian, I mean, even to the dad, again, shit just gets scary. And I don't think this is the kind of thing that, like you said, it's weird to even think about it happening this day and age.
Yeah.
Sure obviously it does.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
But God.
So you live on the street?
No.
Oh, I thought Jack just said you did.
No.
You want a drink?
Sure.
Margarita?
Great. Wow.
2, 4, whatever. Can I ask you something?
Uh-huh.
Do you work out?
Yeah.
Yeah, you look like it. What do you squat?
2.
Super.
What about you? What do you squat? 350. Wow.
No BS.
That's a lot.
Where do you work out?
Torrance, where I live.
Cool. Hey, you ever go to Vince's out here? Oh, no. I would have seen you. I'm there every day.
Yeah. So you're dead on, Will, with this. I mean, it's you see a little bit of that Step Brothers creeping in here, but seeing it in 1997 and that character not existing, I remember just taking everything he was saying seriously. I don't remember him making me laugh once. And this time, I think everything he says is fucking hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, he's great. What I found strange is in this scene in particular, I was like, oh, okay, this guy's going to be Marky Mark's archenemy later on down the road.
Yeah.
And it didn't turn out. He was actually his biggest supporter, as the movie progressed. But the way they sort of set up his character is that he was going to be, in this competition constantly with
they were kind of like childhood friends with each other because they never had childhood friends.
Right.
I think she's sick. Oh, what the fuck is this?
I didn't do anything. I didn't.
Is she breathing?
I don't know. I think maybe she did too much coke.
Oh, do you think so, Doctor? No, this girl's definitely OD'd. Oh, fuck me. Okay, I want you to handle this for me, Johnny. Listening to me?
Yeah.
Pick her up, get her in the car, and drive her to St. Joe's.
Yeah.
Drop her off in the front. I don't want any of it. You understand?
Gotcha.
Make sure no one sees the other one.
Got it.
What the fuck is this?
This is twice in 2 days and the chick is OD'd on me.
Well, do you think this means that maybe you ought to think about getting some new shit? What do you think?
Yes, sir.
Dude, I laughed out loud so hard at this.
Just the whole idea of like being in a situation where a person could OD on you, like
Twice in 2 days
is crazy to me. Like that's the thing. Is like I'm certain I missed out on some rock star shit for sure, and this is definitely one of the things that I never saw. But I didn't really think I was missing out. You know,
This doesn't seem glamorous.
no.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
There's a comedian that I listen to. I won't say his name because he's controversial. But he always talks about it's the people in recovery that always OD because they do drugs and they do drugs and they build up this big tolerance. And so they're doing like, I don't know any of the grams, whatever. Anyway, so they get to this point where let's just say they're doing 5 grams. I don't know what the fuck that means. But anyway, so they're doing 5 grams.
I think it's diameters.
Oh, it's diameters, yeah. And then the baby comes out. And then they're like, "Oh, I'm going to quit." So they go into rehab, and so they get clean.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2 or 3 months later, they fall off the wagon.
Yeah,
and then they try to do 5 grams again.
Right, their tolerance isn't the same.
And exactly, and then that's when they OD.
I was thinking about what the Colonel was saying, about my name.
Uh-huh.
I was just wondering if you had any ideas.
I had some thoughts on it, yeah. What about you? What do you think?
Well, my idea was, I just want a name. I want it so we can cut glass, like razor sharp.
Razor sharp, right?
Yeah, well, when I close my eyes, I see this thing. It's like this big sign. And the name is in like bright blue neon lights with like purple outline. And this name is just so bright and so sharp that the sign, it just blows up because the name is just so powerful. It says Dirk Diggler.
So this is the voice you're talking about that he does. And he does this whole spoken deal is that. Yeah. And that's his shtick. It's great. I mean, it works.
I just like hearing his Boston accent. He's supposed to be a Southern California kid.
It
bothered me.
He can't get rid of it. I mean, at this point, he's done 3 or 4 movies. You don't just get rid of it by then. It's
say hey to your mother for me.
It fucking sucks. And here's the thing: is like I worked really hard to get rid of my Texas accent, and it's coming back more and more each day. And I attribute it to just not talking as an artist as much as I used to, like not being on the road and doing interviews every day and shit like that. So like at that, I was conscious of it, and now I feel myself slipping back into it.
Do I have a Texas accent?
No.
Okay.
No, but
I'm very sensitive to it, and you don't.
So most people would say that I don't really have one.
It's a little bit,
but every once in a while, it just kicks in or whatever. And I found myself like letting certain things go, like instead of saying give it to him, give it to him, things like that. And it really bothers me every time. Like right when I do it, I'll be like, damn it.
Can I tell you the worst Texas thing I've ever heard in my life? And it comes from my
dropping?
Warsh.
No. Warsh. Yeah.
Is that it?
No.
Oh, damn.
It comes. I think it comes from West Texas. It's my in-laws. Might not could. You might not could.
Okay.
Like,
might not could.
What does that even mean?
Might could. Might not could. Got it.
Might not could.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We used to.
I reckon
we took out this band from East Texas called
Junior.
Yeah, Junior. But their name originally was Backtalk, and then they changed their name to Junior. And one day they're sitting there having a conversation, and the bass player is just the sweetest dude you've ever met in your life. But everything, he was just like really happy all the time, and he'd just say the most outlandish shit. And they're talking about him changing the oil in the van. Did you do that? Well, did you do this? And he goes, man, I ain't never paid that. No, never mind. And the other guy looks at him and goes, hey, man, that's a fucking quadruple negative. Like, it was just like clockwork. It was like, what the fuck? Like, it's true. Yeah. Like, and so like, we're all going, ain't never paid that. No, never. Like, he's right. It's fucking 4.
Yeah. Might not could. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, I'm with you. But Warsh fucking drives me crazy.
That's not. My mom does that. She's from Tampa.
Well, it's a southern thing then, I guess. But
yeah, Tampa's in the south.
Yeah, but
did you not know
Texas.
that? Or it's actually further south than we are right now. A lot of people don't know that. It's right in the tip of the penis of our country.
Florida is not really considered the South, except for the Panhandle.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the United States.
No, the Panhandle is the South. The lower part of Florida is not considered
It's
the
Cuba.
South.
The
Well, it's not
Panhandle
considered
is the South. What?
The shaft.
Yeah, but
the
you
shaft
are
is
aware
not in the
that
South?
it is in the South, right? You are aware of that.
It's South.
But it's not Southern?
It's not considered the South.
The South. So that's the North.
What about the southernmost?
Because
point
it's
of the
mostly
United States?
Cubans, retired New Yorkers, and
Tourists.
and
I
tourists.
feel you. I feel you.
Yeah.
I think
Except
that's...
for in the Panhandle, which is all basically just Mississippi and Georgia.
Florida State women.
Right. Got it. We have one of my greatest friends of all time here in studio, Top Jimmy. In fact, the first time I ever saw Mr. Hanky, the Christmas Pooh, I was with Jimmy. And Jimmy, I was having some crazy times back then, and Jimmy would let me sleep on his couch like fucking friends do. And we'd wake up the next day and just watch Mr. Hanky. And howdy ho, Kyle. Gosh, you smell a lot like flowers. But Jimmy, we do this thing every. Do you listen to the show, or are you just here to,
I've
based
been
on
there
our
too.
friendship to fucking be
Every Friday or
trying to
Thursday
get famous
night.
and shit? We do a thing called 5 questions. During this thing called 5 questions, I will ask you 5 random questions. Some of them may or may not deal with the movie that we were supposed to watch this week. And then, let me take that again. Then Rich will then follow up with a bonus question.
Did you just do what my parents do all the time?
What? Oh, call you Chris. Yeah, dude, I think it's so fucking funny because I have a 4-year-old who he goes through the list sometimes, and it's the funniest shit because he'll just have gotten home from, say, like my mother-in-law's house, and so he'll go, Grandma, Mom, Daddy, can we? And he's like, and then, but he'll just be like, Hey, Daddy, Mommy, can I? Like, that's fine. Yeah, I got this one. That's fine. So I'm going to ask you some questions. Try to get them right. How about that?
10-4.
Good deal. All right, we got this. All right, question number 1. If you were to ever be in a cover band, would you or would you not cover the song Good Vibrations by Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch?
No.
That is correct. Nope, you wouldn't. That'd be silly. You're in a cover band. You guys would probably be doing like way different things. As Chuck E. Cheese, I actually did feel the vibrations. I also did This Is How We Do It. Which of those 2 songs was the hardest for me to do?
This is how we do it.
That is correct. Montel Jordan has no fucking patterns at all. It was really hard, but I fucking got it done. I keep saying really hard, and we're doing this movie. It's super weird. All right, question number 3. You're doing great, Jimmy, by the way.
Thank you.
You're kicking some fucking ass.
I'm going for the record.
Yep. Okay, now the record is 7 questions correct. Is that right? Yeah. So we've had
correct, yeah.
6.5, then 7 correct. So out of 6 questions, 1 person ever has gotten 7 correct.
That's correct.
Not easy to do. All right, question number 3. In the movie that we watched this week called Boogie Nights, there's a girl called Roller Girl. Roller Girl is on A, ecstasy, B, roller skates, C, cocaine, D, rollerblades, or E, some of the above.
That's definitely E.
That is correct. That is correct. That is the first time ever someone has ever gotten the question E correct. So that is a bonus half point. You now have 4.5 points.
Oh, damn.
Is that 4.5 or 3.5 points?
I'm not sure.
I think he has 3.5 points.
Yeah.
All right, 3.5 going into question number 4 of 6. It's going to be great. You're looking fantastic. Jimmy, in the early 80s, we could look back on video games and look towards the future in video games. But if we were to decide on, say, to stick to a point in 1982, the best video console would be the Atari 2600, ColecoVision, Intellivision, Nintendo, or something else?
Atari 2600.
Atari 2600 is correct. That is right. Still in its heyday, they would have gotten a Pac-Man license. We had to stand in line for it at Sears. $75, and it was totally not worth it. What a piece of shit that game was. The Pac-Man stayed the same direction the whole time. It was fucking super weird, dude. It was crazy.
Nintendo NES wasn't out in 1982.
Exactly. I know, and he fucking knew that. That's right. That's why.
I had that shit. I was a Pitfall king.
Yeah. Hells yeah. You can fucking step on an alligator's head. You don't give a fuck.
Yep.
All right, question number 5 from me, and you've now got 4.5 correct. You are well on your way to being the dreamy fucking champion. Please. All right, here we go. In the movie Boogie Nights, the cast is made up of a bunch of heavy hitters. A lot of those heavy hitters became heavy hitters after this movie. The best line in the movie is delivered by one of the greatest actors of all time, William H. Macy. Please say that line now for our listening audience.
I'm sorry if I'm having a little trouble concentrating right now. My wife's laying in the fucking driveway with a cock in her ass. No.
With an ass in her cock. That's right. Good recall. There we go. That is 5.5 questions.
I put too much emphasis on the front
That's right. You were killing it on the first part. Actually, I'm going to give you another half point. You now have 6 right going into question 6.
That was a blind, no option monologue that he just
fuck yeah. That was good.
For your bonus question, Shaq O'Neal is 7 foot 1 inches tall. Pretty sure he has a 9-inch cock. Mark Wahlberg is 5'8". Is a 9-inch cock a blessing or a curse for a man that size?
I would say it's a blessing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd take
hold
it.
on, wait, hold on.
I have no idea.
Wait, can we clarify? Can we go? Is that hard or soft? Because
it looks soft.
I know, but 9 hard, I would take. 9 soft,
It's
right?
like
To me,
16
just
hard, man.
yeah.
Maybe he's not a grower. Maybe
He's not a grower. He's a shower.
Yeah.
That's a curse to me, but
It seems
I'm
like a
not
lot
gonna
to deal
weigh in
with.
either way.
I would not want to lug that thing around.
Here's the thing. But I'm glad that you brought up Shaq, because the thing about him is,
What if he has a micro penis?
doesn't matter.
He
Because
doesn't.
his size would basically be, and like,
Shaq,
even if his dick is small, it's big, is what I'm saying.
but Shaq's penis is actually in this movie. It's Don Cheadle.
Yeah. Don Cheadle
Is Shaq's cock.
is Shaq's dick.
He is literally Shaq's.
Literally Shaq's shaft.
Oh, good for you.
Well, I've been in the Marines for 3 years. I just got back from a tour of duty.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not. And it got really hard being surrounded by all those guys all day.
How long has it been since you've had a woman?
A long time.
That's terrible.
But now I'm back, and I'm ready to pursue my acting career.
Well, as you may or may not know, this is an important film for me. If it's not a hit, I'm going to get kicked out of my apartment. My landlord's a real jerk.
Really?
Why don't you take your pants off? It's important I get an idea of your size.
Yeah, the
No
acting
problem.
in this movie is horrible. I mean,
But it's-
obviously, you
but
can
it's
see from
true
this
to
clip.
But it's awesome bad acting.
It
right?
really was awesome.
That's what he's saying. Yeah, I mean, I do think, my favorite line that she says, I don't think I can do it.
That's a big
I
top.
do think that you have the job. And it's just like, it's like so awkward and just,
And the scene was the worst porno scene I've ever seen, ever, by the way.
well, I mean, did you, okay, so back up a little bit. Did you ever watch any of these old movies? Like where they used to be, it's a
Like
fucking,
Debbie Does Dallas.
yeah,
Oh,
ish.
The Green Door.
But like they used to have there were these movies, like the one that I watched all the time was called Never So Deep, and it was just the worst acting ever. And the storyline just had hiccups in it. Like the girl's a private detective, and she's having to interview this one girl who's a hooker, and so she's interviewing while she's giving a dude a blowjob. And the girl's trying to answer questions, and she's like, well, here you go. And she just hands the dick to the private investigator, and she starts sucking it and then she's like, whoa, and they keep pass it back and forth. And then the guy just goes, hey, what gives here? Am I getting a blowjob, or is this 20 questions? And then they're like, hold on to your hat, cowboy, because here we go. And it's just like... So it's this. This is, I mean, they were trying to actually make entertaining movies that contain sex.
Sure.
I never could tell what the story was between the scramble.
Right, yeah.
There was no volume.
Did your parents have like the huge dish out in the backyard?
No, it was just over air. Like,
it was just an average dish.
No,
do y'all remember like the huge satellite dish?
7 foot in diameter.
Yeah, it was, I mean, and the kids that had that was crazy, but it was bullshit.
My cousin had one.
We lived in Southern California, so I mean, we had good TV channels. It's just they used to broadcast pay TV over the air, and you had a descrambling box,
right?
But you could catch the channel between the scramble porn. You know, we all grew up with it with 80s, but you could never hear what the story was.
We had those. Jared, do you remember those brown boxes with?
Of course, the sliding
20
thing.
and 17 at the same time, and then you could just dial in 37 Playboy.
Yeah.
On TV.
Oh man, we are so thankful for the internet.
Can you imagine the internet if you were a teenager?
I can't. I think about it all the time. I mean, just Emma doing her homework is the craziest shit. It's like translate this Spanish, and she just fucking types in what it is, and there it is. I mean, it's anything you want is at your fingertips now.
Dude, I used to chase the whole filter. Like, I used to put filters on the internet when my kids were young. It was such a battle because then they couldn't get the things they needed to get. It was just, it was such a headache.
Mm-hmm.
Their mom didn't do it.
They can get around it so much now. Yeah, it's
I don't
like,
filter it for my kid.
It's kind of pointless now. It's like
we don't, but we're like, there's some things we ask. I mean,
you have a girl, that's different. I had a boy.
Well, I won't let her have Snapchat, so that's no go.
Right.
Yeah. She can see giant dicks going into vaginas, but God forbid if she sees her classmate's dick.
No, it's more the other way.
Oh, you don't want her seeing dicks?
Well, you never know what, I just don't want it to happen.
I get it.
No one needs to see her dick.
That makes sense.
The future is tape, videotape, and not film. It is amateurs and not professionals. I'm a filmmaker. That's why I will never make a movie on videotape. And I'll tell you something else. I will never, ever loan out any of the actors.
Wait. I'm not a complicated man. I like cinema. In particular, I like to see people fucking on film. But I don't want to win an Oscar, and I don't want to reinvent a wheel. I like simple pleasures, like butter in my ass, lollipops in my mouth. That's just me. That's just something that I enjoy. Call me crazy, call me a pervert. But there's one little thing that I want to do in this life, and that is I want to make $1.01 in this business.
Who doesn't like butter in their ass, though?
Is butter in the ass a thing?
I don't know.
Because that movie, The Last Tango in Paris, with what's that actor? That super famous actor guy.
Oh, butter ass. Super famous. Depardieu. Gerard.
No.
Gerard Depardieu.
Freaking hell! Superman's dad in the '70s movie. What's his name?
Superman's dad in the '70s movie. Keanu Reeves.
No. The Streetcar Named Desire.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Jesus, it's like the most famous actor in the world.
Streetcar Named Desire.
Stella! Channel Cat.
Fucking
Byron.
No,
he's the Godfather.
Yeah, the Godfather.
Oh, Marlon Brando?
Marlon Brando.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck. He was on Last Tango in Paris, and he basically raped some girl with butter in her ass on film.
Yeah, I think they used to use
rape someone in their ass. I think butter would be a good.
Well, I think this is packaged lube.
Well, I'm just saying, is that a thing? Butter in the ass?
Yeah, but no, butter. It just means that it's lubricant.
Yeah,
but it also makes it taste pretty good, probably. I would think. I mean, that's just me.
Kind of like toast.
Stay away from it if popcorn comes shooting out.
Yeah, you don't want that. It's so another thing that I watch differently here is I didn't realize that this guy's pitch worked. Like, to be, Burt Reynolds was still fighting the whole thing and everything was going to be... But he fucking got through to him. I mean, the transition starts happening immediately. But, I mean, he's still making these movies and Dirk Diggler is going to be on these films or whatever. But this guy fucking sees it. He's like, you're right. We're going to start going to video right now. And sure enough, I mean, it kind of works out.
It's so weird because you can see the reasoning behind Burt Reynolds' argument.
Sure.
It's like, I'm an artist, dude. This isn't just smutty shit. This is art. You know, yes, it's porn.
And he wants it to look a certain way. Yeah.
Right. He wants to, but we know because where we are now, dude, just put it on fucking videotape. No one's going to care. You're going to make you're going to make $1 billion.
You know, it's crazy because I didn't really ever understand any of that, like shooting things on film versus video or whatever. Like,
because you have to go to a theater.
Our first couple of Bowling for Soup videos, and even more than first couple, were shot on film, like on fucking film.
Right.
And it was expensive.
Right.
I mean, this is why videos were costing. I mean, I think I've told you guys before how much all the videos cost, but I mean, we went from $25,000 being the bitch song to, I mean, High School Never Ends was like $200,000.
Right.
And you know, directors at that point, even them, were just like, no, we've got to shoot on film. And I mean, digital changed everything. Right. But in music video, you know, it was just like real movies. It wasn't there was no cost that was too much to make it look like the person wanted it to look. But, I mean, I think a penis looks better going into a vagina on video than it does on film.
This is great, man.
Yeah.
This is really great.
You want to go for a ride? Or?
Wait. Fuck, hell, how much time is that?
I'm sorry,
What the hell is the matter with you?
I'm sorry.
Why did you do that, Scotty?
You look at me sometimes.
What?
I want to know if you like me.
Well, of course. Yeah, I like you, Scotty.
Can I kiss you?
Scotty,
Please, can I kiss you on the mouth?
No!
Please let me.
Scotty!
I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to grab you like that or scare you or anything.
Sorry.
Do you want to kiss me or?
Scotty.
No?
What's the matter with you?
Forget it. I'm really drunk. Really, I am. I'm out of my head. I'm really wasted.
We've all been there. You know? I mean...
Which side?
Who hasn't been there? No, dude, Philip Seymour Hoffman, so fucking good. It's so believable. I mean, it's like there's inner turmoil in this guy. He's so fucked up, and he doesn't know what he wants, and they're just, all this insanity is going on around him. I mean, it's fucking crazy.
Have you been here?
Had a guy kiss me? Yeah, owner of a bar in Utah once kept buying us all drinks. We were trying to figure out what was going on, and he like made the pass, like full on, like tongue down my throat kind of thing or whatever. And I was like, "Whoa!" Like, dude.
And what made him think that he could do that? Because you were being nice to him.
Correct. Like we're talking.
He's clearly gay.
No, but that was just it. He wasn't clearly gay. He was like real farm boy, like he's the owner of this bar, but like he wore a trucker hat and his shirt was tucked in and had a belt and boots and shit. Like it was like he was a pretty manly dude.
Were they shiny boots?
Look like sea bass.
Don't know, but yeah, I mean that was fucking crazy.
Does anyone else have any kind of?
Yeah, Jaret kissed me.
Yeah, but that was fucking on a dare.
Shit.
I scramble gaydar up. I get made passes all the time, or I did when I was younger.
Okay. All right. So
I used to love to go to gay
I was
bars,
about to tell an
Rick.
anecdotal story that I was going to say this proves nothing, but it's just sort of my story, which is it's only happened a couple of times, but I'm married. I'm with my wife, and there is a gay guy that's hanging out with us.
Right.
We're just talking about stuff, and this was 30 years ago when it wasn't as sort of nobody cares anymore as it is now, as it was back then, where it was kind of people cared, I guess. Will and Grace wasn't on yet, I guess. So we're talking with him, and he's talking about being gay and stuff, and he's sitting next to me, my wife's sitting across from me, because, when I go out to dinner with my wife, we sit across from each other, and then when people join us, they just come and sit, with us. We were at a bar that I worked at. Anyway, so this gay guy sat down, and we're talking about stuff, and he's saying stuff to my wife, and she goes, "No, Rich doesn't give a shit." And I was like, "No, I don't care if you're gay. I mean, it doesn't bother me at all. I don't, I was very not open-minded in terms of sexuality, but I don't care about what people do. It's like their business." And so he started feeling on my leg. Like this was some kind of an invitation.
An invitation for love.
Yeah, and I'm like,
how'd that make you feel?
Well, first of all, I'm thinking in my head, okay, we just openly accepted you as you are, you know, and you're just someone we're having a nice evening with. We don't give a shit if you're gay. Isn't that awesome? And then you go feel on my fucking leg. Mm-hmm. Like, you're not helping yourself.
Now explain to the audience.
Right?
Hold on. Don't cut me off by looking the other way. That's how you get out of my fucking web. I know that shit, by the way.
He looked right at me.
He does it all the time. When he doesn't want this fucking web cast upon him, he fucking body languages right over to you fuckers. That's why the layout, the new studio is going to be completely different. It's fucking, there'll be no defense. But I guess my question would be, no, I think that's not it. I think you need to let everyone in the audience know, in case they don't know, because we haven't talked about it in a while.
Sure.
Is there something that is appealing about your legs that, seriously...
I was wearing jeans at the time.
Okay, but that doesn't matter. He could have seen you in shorts before. Let everybody know what it is about your legs that's so special.
You want me to say
yeah,
what's special about my
you
legs?
have fantastic legs, right?
Okay, I wasn't going to say that.
You have fantastic legs. You like to feature your calves in most of your costumes that you put on and things, right?
Like that Christmas picture?
Yeah, Christmas. That was right after Halloween when he fucking was a gladiator. So you do have awesome legs. So he could have just been testing it out to see, like, you know, what's been going on. Because you look like you could squat some shit.
All right. And then the guy in Germany, he didn't do anything, so I should give him a pass. But I feel like, okay, gay guys, don't hurt yourself by hitting on straight guys, because it doesn't help your cause with straight guys. I don't think. I don't have a problem with be gay, go get married. I don't care. But when you hit on me,
it's not flattering a little bit?
No, it's uncomfortable.
I know it's uncomfortable, but is it flattering a little bit to just be attractive? Like, for someone to find you attractive. I'm being fucking serious right now.
No.
Like, it's not at all. Like, so the fact that the guy was just like, I find this guy really attractive, I'm going to, put my name. That's not flattering at all.
No, because I think the only reason they're doing it is because I'm straight.
Just to see if they can.
To me, that's a lot of fucking mental shit to delve through. Or whatever.
I mean, this is all anecdotal.
There's no way to make
There's
that.
There's probably a million gay guys that have never once done that in their lives and think that's stupid. Yeah. I don't know, but I'm just saying it's just my experience. Like, why would you do that? Like, we're having a great conversation. You're clearly in a safe place to discuss what you know what I mean, and then you go feel on my fucking leg.
He was horny.
Now, did you guys finish the dinner?
I mean, yeah, but it was uncomfortable.
Did he blow you under the table?
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'm not going to...
Okay, yeah, you're not going to say that because you're not gay.
Jared, I just have this mental picture of that scene from We're the Millers in the tent. Rich, when he starts touching on him.
Oh, Rich. I would give a lot of money to have that whole moment on film right there. Because for you to be uncomfortable, it would make me so happy. Just for a moment, because you're just never uncomfortable. You're so comfortable in your own skin, and you're okay that everybody else in the room is uncomfortable, and you're fine with it. Yeah. You're okay to, like, if there's some uncomfortable shit that happens, you're okay to even just let it go a couple of days and not deal with it. Like, fuck it, I don't care. That's, Yeah. But for you to be put in that situation, it's kind of intriguing, I would be honest.
I bet.
Who, you the king, huh?
Yes!
Hey, don't you fucking touch me, man! No. You shut up, too! You're not the mother of me, and you're not my boss. You're not my mother. You're not my fucking mom! Hey, man. No.
I'm taking you home.
No. I'm ready to shoot the scene. I want to shoot the scene. I'm fine.
I want you out of here.
Look, it's over, okay? I'm done.
Listen,
I'm ready to shoot.
I want you.
Don't you fucking call me a kid.
What?
I'll fuck you up. You want to see me kick some ass? I do fucking karate. You want to
Come on. You are fired. You're fired, you goddamn.
No. You know what? I'm the biggest star here, man. That's the way it is. I want to fuck. It's my big dick. So everybody get ready fucking now. You know what? Yeah, I don't need this shit. You don't, fuck you, fuck all of you. You're not my boss. You're not the king of me. I am the fucking king of Dirk. You're nothing without me, Jack.
Oh, man. So very much a reactionary scene that's very similar to his response to his mom.
Yeah.
Same sort of tone.
We didn't talk about the movies that he'd been doing.
We didn't talk about that, no.
Those movies were hysterical.
I mean, I think that part of that's the appeal to this movie, really, and that's where the comedy is if you know anything about that or those movies in that world, it's so spot on because everything's a play off everything.
Did you know
else.
this movie was based on a short film that this guy, Paul Thomas Anderson, made a short film. You can actually go watch it on YouTube. It's like 20, maybe 30 minutes, which is this movie, but very condensed.
Yeah.
And it actually has the Colonel. He's in the movie. I think he might be playing Burt Reynolds' part. In the movie.
Interesting.
But it's horrible. It's terrible. But it's almost like a mockumentary.
Mm-hmm.
It actually looked like I thought it was based, when I first watched it, I thought it was a documentary.
Is this not loosely based on John Holmes?
It is. But
okay.
That movie was loosely based on John Holmes.
Got it.
And then he did that short film, and then based on that short film, he got to make this film.
So those of you that don't know, John Holmes was this huge porn star. He had a huge wiener.
Huge.
And he did get himself into some trouble in a house, very similar to this whole thing. It was a drug deal gone wrong, I believe. People got shot, stabbed.
Mm-hmm.
He ended up going to jail. I don't even know if it was for that. And he died in prison of AIDS. He had the AIDS.
Love me today. Love me tomorrow. All day, all night. You feel my heat. Feel my heat.
I think we should repeat that again.
Feel my heat. Feel my heat.
Yeah, it's definitely cool. Let's lay it down. Nick?
You want to lay it down?
We rolling on the rehearsal?
Were we rolling on that rehearsal?
Make sure that we've got that. As you get into the whole music side of things, it's super just...
I've been in plenty of writing sessions where it sounded just like that.
It's the thing is that the writing session doesn't fucking matter. Actually, that is better than most of my writing sessions. It's where you take the fucking pieces of that bullshit and what you do with them. But oh man, feel my heat. It's so goddamn good. This part though is just super sad for me. Like, we're writing in the studio, so we're spending a lot of money. Nobody writes in the studio.
Nobody.
Don't write. U2 writes in the studio.
Maybe. Because they have their own studio.
Green Day fucking writes in the studio. Just whatever. Like, that's, it's like...
Metallica writes in the studio.
Like Guns N' Roses, he just has a dude that just goes to work every day in case he shows up. But he just doesn't ever show up. So that's that dude's job.
That's crazy.
It's fucking crazy.
You give us the tapes. We get the record contract. We come back and give you your fucking money. Have you heard the tapes? Have you even heard them? We're guaranteed a record deal. Our stuff is that good.
Okay, now I got it. Now I understand. You know you want it to happen. It's not gonna happen. It's a catch-22. And that's it.
What the fuck does that mean? What is a catch-22, Bert?
Only two, Johnny. Think about it.
You know what I'm thinking about, man? I'm thinking about kicking some fucking ass, sir. Here, man.
Scotty, get him out of here. Thanks a lot for backing us up, too. Real good.
Dude, so...
Best scene in the movie.
Oh, my God. Well, this is such an interesting sort of turn for the movie. For them to just, like, all of a sudden, we're in the music business. Because it seems like that probably did happen a bunch there.
Yeah.
And... give us the tapes so we can go to the record company and get the money, then we'll come back here and pay for it. It's like...
it's guaranteed. Have you heard it?
100% happened to those fucking studios all the time.
Yeah.
And so they just hold your tape.
This seemed very Rockstar. Like, this scene felt like it could have been in Rockstar.
To me, it seemed very...
It was like the scene in the basement.
Drug-influenced porn guys trying to get into music. That's what it seemed like to me.
Did you guys recognize the engineer, the sound engineer?
Who was it?
It's Michael Penn.
Who's Michael Penn?
He's a musician. He's Sean Penn's brother, but he's a musician.
I thought he was with Teller.
Yeah.
That's who I thought.
No Myth. It was a pretty cool song.
Huh.
Oh, No Myth?
Yeah.
You know that song.
Oh, yeah.
It's from one of the Penn brothers.
Him. I just didn't know what. I
used to be pen pals with that guy. Come on, guys.
Get it?
Seriously? One dad joke per episode. That's it. And then we get to fucking keep our license.
The problem is, Judge, is that my ex-wife, she's a sick person, and she needs help. She deals in sex and drugs for a living.
No, I don't do drugs.
Your Honor, she has been in and out of trouble with the law on several occasions for this sort of thing.
No, not anymore. No.
Have you ever been arrested?
Yes.
So the lawyer, the guy that was just talking, it's the country crock guy.
Who's the country?
Remember the country crock commercials where it was just the hands dipping in the country crock and the
You
one hand.
recognize his hands?
No, I recognize his fucking voice because I know who it is.
Oh.
God damn it, man.
So, do you know who her husband is?
Whose husband? Yes.
Amber Waves.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's John Doe.
Yeah.
He was
who was in Roadhouse.
Yeah.
So there's your one
John Doe
degree.
from X.
So in this, I just remember, again, seeing this before and her trying to talk to her kid on the phone and, like, him not letting her and just, I remember feeling bad
you
for
let
her.
her?
No, but here's the thing, but I remember feeling bad for that. And then this time I watch it and it's like, Your Honor, she's been in trouble with the law and this and this and this is like, they're hardly even basing it on the fact that she's a porn person. It's all the other shit.
Right.
The drugs, the jail, yeah.
And, you know, I mean...
She totally lied. She just did drugs the day before.
Totally. So, yeah. I mean, I guess, again, it's just a completely different watch for me. I didn't feel sorry for her.
No,
she was a nasty
I felt
person.
sorry for her, but I didn't think she should get her kids back.
Yeah, okay.
I feel
a good
bad
point.
for her.
Yeah. I feel bad for her. I don't feel sorry for her.
No. You know, in this scene, the judge was a porn star that this actually happened to, where they took her kids away.
Oh, are you kidding?
No.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
I like how they just randomly place porn stars in the thing.
So was this Paul Thomas Anderson guy just trying to get into the porn business so he could get laid or something? Is that why he was like...
Going back to Ron Jeremy, so Ron Jeremy apparently invited him and a lot of the cast to basically, he consulted on the film for like a year or two.
Oh, wow.
And Burt Reynolds was very adamant, and whenever Ron Jeremy would invite him to come to the set, he's like, that's porn. I know what it is. I don't have to see it. He was not privy to that. Right. But Ron Jeremy kind of felt slighted after that whole thing because he was supposed to be in this movie. He was supposed to be in the jail cell with the colonel at the end of the movie.
Oh, wow.
And he got completely cut out after spending a year of his life, you know, basically opening the door and bringing the director in and saying, hey, come look. This is how it is. So that's why there's a lot of realism in it, I think, and it's from that.
And a lot of Burt Reynolds just being a fucking dick, it sounds like.
Well, he was real prudish about it. He was not... He was not happy about the pornography part.
You wouldn't think that Burt Reynolds would have a problem with fucking pussy.
Right.
Like, none of that.
He got a lot of it.
Yeah.
Maybe he was already... He probably did striptease, was doing this movie, figured out that he was not getting all the good press from striptease, and was like, okay, I don't want to associate myself with this whole world anymore. By this point.
This had to have been a big budget movie, though. It had to have been, because the cast is crazy.
Yeah, the cast is crazy now. It's like The Outsiders.
Sure. Okay. That makes sense.
What do you want to do? That's what you want to do. I want to watch you. I mean, I'm not gay. I just want to... Maybe you could jerk off a little. I could watch it. Maybe I'll join in later, but for now, I just want to watch it. $20. 10's all I have.
That dude was definitely gay.
Which
he
guy?
can punch Marky Mark all day long. He's still gay.
Hold on.
He enjoyed that too much.
So you're saying just based
because
upon...
they basically beat him up after the scene.
Yeah.
All his friends showed up, and then they pulled him out and said, "Oh, you're gay," and they beat the shit out of him.
Right.
But that dude in the driving the truck was absolutely gay.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with
Now,
that.
I would say that it's probably a thing where they all could be. You know? I mean, they go out and they bash someone who is living as they want to.
Well, they hate themselves so much that they got to damage something that's
exactly.
What
Yeah,
they
we're
hate,
getting into so
what
much
they hate in
psychology,
themselves, right?
No, but you're exactly right.
A lot
You
of,
go out and
a
you
lot
watch,
of violent
that's-
homophobia is based on that.
It's not even just homophobia, but it's everything. It could be racism. It could be, as you said, homophobia. It could be, actors that you don't like. Like, for example, if you went...
I know. I really...
If you were in this scene,
I want to
Will,
throw a brick at Rich so bad.
I know. Well, if you were in this scene, I would not be sitting here thinking you were gay. I'm just like, no, he just wants to fucking...
Beat up
Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
I might join in later.
Sorry, motherfucker. Empty the cash register now, motherfucker. Hurry up. Shut the fuck up. Hurry up with that shit. No, motherfucker. Empty the safe, too, asshole. And I ain't got all night. Don't even move. I'm not moving. I'm not moving. Shut up. Don't fucking move, man. I'm not. Shut the fuck up. Hey, don't do that. No. No. You shut the fuck up. Give me this.
So I think we're all on the same page here.
This is the most unbelievable scene in the movie.
What do you mean? In no way would this happen?
Yeah. There's no way that those 3 gunshots would be perfect hits when they're flailing around.
Right.
It was just so convenient.
It happens on Reservoir Dogs. You ever see Reservoir Dogs?
Yes.
And there's a climactic scene where everybody has their gun.
And it just goes off.
And you just... And like you don't know, like we've done a thing in Bowling for Soup where we slow it down and try to figure out like who shoots who first or whatever. I think we figured it out, but it's a puzzle, you know. So you're just not into it though. Here's my thing, and I mean, fuck, who would rob a donut shop? Let's just. I mean, I realize the donut shops around here kick ass. Half the time you go in there, they're out of shit.
At night, too. You got to rob the donut shop in the morning.
Right.
Where all the money's there. Because they've sold all their donuts.
I don't know. Maybe that's why he went into the safe, though.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to think about, like, how much is a donut?
Yeah, I mean, this is way back in the 70s when they just had shit in the safe. Like now it's like, you can't get shit out of shit. They got that unlockable box that only opens when the armored truck guys come.
Yeah.
Man, I would have been just like Don Cheadle. I would have been scared out of my fucking mind. I'd be pissing my pants.
Yeah, I mean, gosh, it's...
I wish I was the guy sitting down. I want to be that guy.
Think about...
I don't have a clue.
So do we blame Don Cheadle for the move he makes here?
Fuck no. He needs money. I mean, he's getting slided and railroaded at every turn.
Yeah,
he's trying to
definitely
do... because he's black. Secondly, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, in the bank. He was being...
Porn star. He is 100%.
There was no evidence of that. I'm sure that it...
Oh, come on. He's black and he's in porn movies.
All right. I'm sure
he's
that
black,
in the
he's
70s...
in porn movies, and he had a white wife. They were discriminating against him hardcore.
100%.
I didn't sense any of that from that. It was all because of the porn star in the movie.
Yeah, but I disagree. I think he has no chance.
It was unethical for him to take that money.
Yeah. It definitely was. But we all rooted for him, right?
No, I didn't want him to take it.
You didn't?
I didn't.
No.
I just thought it was a dumb move. Like,
there's no cameras back then. You
but
know?
if he got caught or someone watched him leave...
Then they would think he's the one that did it.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't think it was a good move.
Yeah. Well, how do you feel about his stereo shop?
It's blood money.
That was the first bad.
It's built on blood money.
Blood money.
What the fuck is the matter with you, Todd? Let's go. Todd, come on, man.
Shut up, Dirk. I told you I got a plan. I got a very good plan.
Are you kidding me, Kitty? Nah, see? I'm not kidding. I want what's in the safe. We want what is in the goddamn safe, in the goddamn master bedroom, and a fucking floor on the goddamn fucking floor safe, that's all.
Son, don't be crazy, okay? Sir, you don't know anything about this, okay? This is not at all what we wanted. Shut the fuck up, Dirk. Do not reach for your gun. Don't reach for your gun.
This whole scene had to have been driving you crazy. Anxiety through the roof.
There's a lot there. Again, I felt like this scene seemed a lot worse a long time ago. Like, here it just seemed real watered down. The kid with the firecrackers, like...
That was crazy.
We talked about that for years in Bowling for Soup. Like, we wanted to, like, have a character that would just roll into a party and, like, dude, let's just have a dude.
Should've told me. I would have
that just rolls in and just lights ladyfingers, like, just
He's
one after.
Chinese. He likes firecrackers.
Yeah, but no way, no reason, just because that's what he does. But yeah, I mean, this to me seemed way less fucked up, and that's, I guess, because I'm so numb to all the other shit that we just see in the world now. Maybe.
I don't know. It was pretty fucked up to me.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like, when I was in my first band in high school, my guitar player smoked pot. And he had friends that were a little on the shady side.
Right.
And when I... one summer between college, I'd go there and we'd spend the summer, I'd room with him, we'd write songs and do everything. And we'd always have to go to these shady people's houses so he could get his pot and stuff. And man, it was just like this, except without the guns, I guess. But it was just weird. Like, I'm sitting on the couch, just trying to mind my own business. Kind of like, let's just get the fuck out of here.
Don't look at anyone too long.
I didn't smoke, so I mean, I'm just sort of tagging along. I'm like, let's.
Man,
it's terrible.
It's so funny because sometimes I don't think about things until someone else says something about their life, and then it's just like this whoop, bubble pop up video. But same here.
Yeah,
I never smoked pot or did. They used to call it crank, but I think we've discovered that's meth, right? So
I don't know,
or any of that stuff. And I would always find myself in these fucking shady houses, these shady dudes. A lot of times,
this old tweed.
They would go over into another room, whatever. And I'd just be sitting there or whatever, and like, I remember one time they had a dog, and they were just like, "Hey, don't let." He was like a pit bull. They're like, "Don't let him hump your leg," and he comes over and starts humping my leg. And I'm like, I showed him. He just keeps going. So I thought. They all fucking went into the room to do something else. So I just thought, I'm just going to let him go. And he just like went on my leg. And I just started like kicking him in the nuts as hard as I could. And he was stoked. I mean, this dog is just like, holy shit or whatever. And then he got off my leg and my leg's all wet. And I'm just like, man, why the fuck is my leg all wet? I climaxed a pit bull during a drug deal once. Not a lot of people can say that.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the kitty corner, it's Will, here to tell us, how is Jaret connected?
All right, it's everybody's favorite point of the show.
Who did that?
That is by colonblowband.com.
So
our
sweet.
Great friend who, man, we love musical sound clip submissions. Just send them our way. All right, Will, how am I related to this movie?
All right, so we've got Burt Reynolds starring in this movie. He was also in a film called Deal, 2008.
Okay.
With Shannon Elizabeth.
Okay.
Our friend, who was in Cursed with Jaret.
There we go. I played a song while she got murdered.
Sweet. We need to watch Cursed.
Here comes the little red.
That was in 2 moves.
Okay. There we go. Jimmy, what you got?
I was just going to say the actor that plays the husband that's trying to get custody of the kid. His name is John Doe.
Mm-hmm.
And John Doe was in a movie called Roadhouse with an actor that actually sat in this very room. Is that correct?
Roadhouse.
That's true.
So he's kind of connected to both of you guys.
There we go. Yeah, we tied on that one.
Marshall T.
Julie Strain was in a movie that I have music in.
That's right.
And then she was also in a movie called Future Shock with Brian James, who was in a movie called Nickelodeon with Burt Reynolds.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in 3. I'm always one more.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why you try to figure yours out every week. Like, is it just for fun for you? Yeah. Because nobody really gives a shit. Like,
Correct.
This is my
That's
thing.
the funny part.
Oh, okay. I'm starting to get a hold of it. It's just, no, it's good though. I like it. It's like, I love that you have songs in fucking 2 movies and it's just the same as my shit.
I need to start trying to tie it to myself because I was cast into That Thing You Do.
That's right.
But I didn't do it.
Okay, we've talked about that before.
Yeah. I was cast as an extra. I got fitted for the costume. Didn't even show up.
Do that, God. That movie is so good.
I've never seen it.
It's fucking great movie.
I just wanted to come and say sorry, And, I just wanted to know if you could help me, Jack. I need help. I'm sorry,
Do you guys... Have you guys been through this with anybody ever in your life? Like drugs? Like where they get to the point of...
Me or somebody with me?
No, not you. I just mean, do you know of this? Has this ever hit close to home?
Imagine yourself hooked on drugs and looking to take advantage of someone's empathy. Would I be the first person that you'd come to?
No.
Definitely not.
Okay, so I've never seen this.
No.
I would assume everyone knows that I wouldn't.
Not even as a kid or whatever. I mean, like, when you were in the music industry for a while, I mean, you saw a bunch of fucked up people.
No, I honestly steered clear of everybody that was big into drugs. As soon as I knew that they were big into drugs, I was out. I'm out of here.
Yeah, it was rampant back then. Anyway, so I don't know. It's hit close to me several times in my life. Gosh, I mean, family members and people that I've worked with and that. It's kind of just like this scene, only you can't believe them for the first 10 times.
Right.
You know, it's hard. It's a fucking hard thing. But, man, drugs, I say it all the time, they must just be fucking awesome. Because the ones that do it just want to do them all the time.
Well, I mean...
You know, it's like the reason that I go through... Okay, here's the thing. Here's my cocaine. I go through the drive-thru, and I'm like, I'm going to fucking get the grilled chicken sandwich. I'm going to get the side salad with no dressing as my side.
Right.
I'm going to get the grilled chicken sandwich. I'm going to get the side salad on my side. I'm going to get the grilled chicken sandwich, the side salad.
And then you pull up.
And I pull up the thing, and they're just like, hey, can I take your order? Give me 1 second. I'm going to get the grilled chickens. I'm going to get the triple cheeseburger with a side of chili and fries.
I've done the exact same fucking thing.
But for me, it's like I'll have the fries and I'll have the fried whatever.
Oh, my God.
I'll have 3 sides.
But I mean, it's
was dead on.
But I mean, this is a conversation that I have even like now. We're like, so I'm doing this diet and I'm solid kicking ass, but I like fall off the wagon one day and like, so just me having to like motivate is like that scenario happens the whole time. Like, okay, I'm going to go into this convenience store. I need chapstick and I'm going to get a water. I get in there and I'm like, okay, there's breakfast burritos left. You're going to just ignore that. Chapstick, Diet Dr. Pepper. That wasn't on the list. What the fuck is wrong with you? You know? I mean, it's just this. I'm like, how am I even doing that? I fucking came in here to buy chapstick and I'm leaving with $7 worth of shit.
Yeah, I think chapstick is your problem.
Yeah, it could be. But you get my struggle in the drive-thru,
Yeah.
right? Like,
I've done that a million times.
I'm going to eat the healthiest thing that I could possibly
pull up
fucking
and you
eat.
go,
and you just hear yourself...
I'm going to be hungry. Nope, I'm going to get the...
You hear yourself say words that don't... So, I mean, I don't know. So I think it's the same thing with, you know...
Sure.
People could be like, man, I don't want to do these drugs.
Have you heard that there's an addiction gene? Like, if you have the addiction...
Yeah,
there's definitely one.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. So, I know for a fact that I don't have the addiction gene. I can't get addicted to anything. Like, I tried to drink alcohol every day. Like, I tried.
Yeah.
I tried to drink 1 beer a day. I could not do it.
Yeah, addicts that have that gene, they replace one addiction for another. So you will see them roll from one thing, and I'm close to that. You know, in my own personal situation, but I've seen it very up close and personal. And one thing lasts for a segment of time, and then before you know it, it's like a switch. And then it's just, you know, looking back on it historically, you're like, wow, man, like you see that thing.
I saw this with my parents. I mean, my parents were raging alcoholics my whole life.
Now they're addicted to Jesus.
They could.
No, I don't mean that in a funny way. I mean they turn that addiction over to that.
What they've done, like they went, okay, now we're just going to do cigarettes and coffee, and then we're going to get into working out, and so they like they were bodybuilders for a few years, and then it's okay. Now we're going to do this thing and this thing, and sure, now it's
religion.
It's church, but it's more the act of running this church and all of that, and that's what they throw everything into because I guess that whole thing is you just have to have something that is the focus. Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
You're going to trade drugs for something. I mean, Jesus. I mean, I'm not religious, but fuck, I'd rather you be addicted to Jesus than anything.
Drugs for Jesus would be a fucking phenomenal campaign.
I thought you could say name for an album.
It is good.
Jews for Jesus.
Jews for Jesus. I like that too, but
that's for real.
I don't know, man. I just think when your life goes to shit, you figure out something else. People are addicted to food. I mean,
and my thing about that
gambling.
The problem with being addicted to food is you have to eat. You don't have to drink out. You don't have to go to a bar,
right,
and order alcohol.
Interesting. That's an interesting statement.
But you have to eat. So it's just like, well, I'm just taking a little baby step.
It's just all these choices.
Yeah.
Unless you have a physical addiction to alcohol, then you do need to have alcohol.
Well, I'm just saying, but you can stay away from it. I can't stay away from food.
True.
I have to eat food, and then I just make terrible
choices.
Well,
you can keep yourself away from shitty food by ordering in good meals to your house as you're doing, and that's what you eat.
Yeah.
But
that works.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I'm taking my choices away.
Right.
They're just coming to my door.
Yeah, people say make good choices, and you're just but what we're into right now in this society, and this is a fucking great point, is that's what we do now to ourselves. We take the choices away to let's just not go there anymore. Like think about it. Like I buy too many spontaneous buy items when I go to Walmart. Well, I just fucking order the shit that I need online then.
Right, that's what I do.
Go there and pick it up. Save yourself $45 and fucking Kleenex for the car and chapstick.
Just gotta do that shit like 2 days in advance. Kind of.
No.
Are you addicted to chapstick?
No, I just had this cold sore for 3 days.
If I go to the grocery store, I'm coming home with a bag of powdered donuts.
I send my wife.
Are you serious?
If I go, I spend way too much. I'm like, we need this, we need that. She goes, it's very much on point. And then the online ordering is something that in concept and theory sounds great, but we've only been able to successfully do it once because we wait until Saturday to make our Sunday Walmart run. And
right.
You don't have time. So you have to actually place that order on Friday to get it Sunday.
I just order on Amazon.
Walmart keeps fucking up our order.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I just go in.
This happens all the time.
The Kroger pickup is great. Amazon is the shit, though. Like, all of my staples are on subscription. So, paper towels show up every 2 months.
You do a lot of stapling?
What?
Yes, he buys lots of staples.
I do have a shitload of staples, by the way, because I bought them at Costco one day thinking, I'm going to need them. And now, paper clips and staples, if you guys need some, I'll send you home some. Merry Christmas, guys. Happy New Year.
Thanks, Jared.
You're welcome.
I am a star. I'm a star, I'm a star, I'm a star. I am a big, bright, shining star.
He's pulling his dick out right here.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
I can hear it.
I don't know. If given the choice to have a 9-inch dick that's in the way, or what I'm packing right now, I just fucking take the thing that's in the way. Y'all remember that?
Did any of you think it's not that big?
No, you fuck.
I didn't look at it.
You guys remember that show, Upright Citizens Brigade?
I just covered the screen when he pulled his dick.
Did you guys ever see that show, Upright Citizens Brigade, or whatever? You remember Little Donnie or whatever? And he was like this fully grown man, and he had a huge penis, but he wore like really short shorts, and so it just hung. Oh my god, such a fantastic bit.
Isn't Amy Poehler in that?
Yeah, she helped create that, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
You know, people think positively about Mark Wahlberg because of his huge penis in this movie, even knowing that it was fake. you know that it changed the way that they look at him in a more positive manner.
I agree with that for sure.
Right?
Because I didn't know that it was prosthetic, first of all. I mean, like,
you didn't when you first watched it,
no,
yeah.
not when I first watched it. But even then, you're just like, I don't know. I mean,
But it sticks with you. You're like,
all of it does,
dude's
though,
a
right?
man, right?
But, I mean, like the fact that he can come 4 times makes me, And I
Do it
fucking
again,
saw this
Jack.
in my 20s. It's just like, Jesus Christ, I thought I could do it too. But
I always thought it was weird that guys even care about other guys' dicks.
Oh.
I could give a shit about how big someone's dick is.
Right.
Because I'm not going to utilize it.
You're not going to utilize the
No,
dick.
I don't care.
I don't care how. I just care about the guy before me. That's all I care about.
Yeah, I don't know. Like if you but you have to have thought about it before. Like, and here's the thing, I don't care, but like my penis is so average in its full state, but like when it's small, it's like fucking small. Like I'm embarrassed.
You're a grower.
It's efficient.
I'm a grower. Oh, it fucking works. I have proof.
No, I'm saying it's efficient. When you don't need it, why is it all in the way?
But I mean, it's like an innie. I'm not kidding. Like sometimes I'm just like, yeah, it's fucking. Okay, wait, it's not down there. Hold on, let me fluff. I'm fluffing for myself.
Got to fluff for a piss.
I got to fluff for a piss, And it's like, or I sit down and then I'm trying to aim it, and it's just aimed at my balls unless I fucking fluff it.
I think your career would skyrocket if you would just tell everybody you had a big 9-inch penis. Just because.
Why would people care about his music? If his
It's
penis
just
is big?
people just care.
Yeah, I guess that's probably true.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I would say that I have a 9-inch penis cubed. Yeah, so I'm like
Supposedly Billy Joel Armstrong has a really small one, and he's huge. So
yeah,
what difference?
Wait, who's he?
I don't know, but like, why? I don't know. We're the same age, whatever. Like, there's no way
he's a little bitty dude.
He is little bitty, but I don't know that he has a small one.
No, there's a groupie website where they've gone, and I've got lost in there.
He has a micro penis,
and they go in there and post about rock stars that they've encountered, and they talk about that, and that's one that always just stuck out. So
damn, it doesn't stick out that far.
Not
yeah,
too far. But.
All I have to say is that my hands and feet are very small. They are.
I really do have really small hands and feet, by the way.
Tiny hands.
Crap!
And
I don't, bitches.
You're taller than me.
Yeah.
Dude, I bet we have the same size hands then. Seriously, get over here.
High five.
No, yours are smaller.
Look at that. Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, while you're up, I'm just kidding.
My hands are huge, ladies.
I don't, but there is like a thing though where like, so my best friend has a size 14 foot.
That's a big foot.
And
that's 13 right there.
His wiener is fucking huge. I mean, it's big. It's a big wiener. And then like.
What's your shoe size?
9.5, 10.
Jesus.
I'm a 9.5, 10 too.
13.
But I'm 6'1".
I'm an 11.
13.
Yeah. You were a 13? Mm-hmm. Really? But how tall are you? 5'10", 5'11"?
5'11".
Those flip-flops look really big on your feet, man.
Well, this is a 13
That's
and
why
a half.
his wife is hot.
No, his wife is hot because he met her at a bowling for soup show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Never fucking take that away from the band.
All right, fine. I'll start going to your shows.
Dude, you were so missed. There's like
I didn't even know you were having a show.
Just pay attention to what I'm doing.
That's true.
I literally asked you if you wanted to go.
That was too late. I had already.
There's like a collective of people that show up at my shows just to meet you. It's fucking crazy.
What?
You would walk in a rock star. Like you walk
I don't
into
want to
the
do
show.
that, but I'm happy to meet everybody.
But you would literally walk in and people would just be like, "Where is Rich?" And it's great. You could just hold court.
Yeah.
Fucking great. We could sell merch.
Do I have to like wear something?
could dance.
No, you just dress like you. Don't dress like you
right,
back in the day,
Good
but like
point.
just look like yourself.
All right.
UFC hat, Donald Trump shirt, shorts are good. Everything's fine.
Black tennies.
Yeah, even the shoes are fucking great.
Great.
You could just wear this right here. Yeah, maybe trim the beard a little.
I'll say hi.
Just for men, maybe kick that.
I absolutely hate missing when it's the full band. Not that I don't like coming if it's just you playing the acoustic.
Hold on,
no, but I'm
it's
just saying
coming.
it's an event.
Jaret's opening a bill.
It's an event when you guys all play together. I mean, it's electric.
Yeah,
literally, it's electric, and it's not
Grease
acoustic.
lightning.
We got some pretty fucking amazing compliments on the last Bowling for Soup show.
It was pretty
we had,
good.
Like, people that were just like, been seeing you for 15 years, and you don't ever see a band that's like better and more happy to be there.
Right.
But
it was my first Bowling for Soup show.
Oh, okay.
And I was thoroughly entertained.
Right?
Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've never been
So
to
I
such an
haven't been lying
entertaining
this whole time.
performance in my life.
Are you being serious? But
I'm being absolutely serious.
Well, he does go see those pussy college bands.
Yeah, I mean, I do
normally.
like shoegazer bands where they're just kind of,
yeah, I get it.
So,
yeah. I mean, I don't know.
It's good.
It's
good.
The thing is that this is the God's honest truth. We really are having a blast. And if we weren't, because honestly, we don't care if the audience laughs. We're trying to make each other laugh.
Right.
So once you could make your bandmates laugh who have been hearing your jokes for 22 years, you know, like if I'm doing like some sort of stupid bit and I'm like closing my eyes and like I look up and Gary is laughing, I'm just like, I'm fucking murdering right now. It's amazing. If he thinks it's funny, then I've got to be
right.
Is he laughing at you or
onto
with
some
you?
shit. Either way,
Yeah.
it fucking
Doesn't
works.
matter.
Yep, that's true.
Let's check the Facebook page.
All right. Austin Mark Graff writes this. I made my girl watch Mallrats last night for the first time, and she smoked for the first time in a year or so. And yeah, the look on her face, LOL. Her. Pause it. Let me gather the information. Me. Babe. It's only been 13 minutes, LOL. Her. This movie is too much. Me. 13 minutes and you can't handle this masterpiece? Her. The weed makes me overanalyze the dialogue.
So when I'm first reading this, as I'm putting it in the doc, I'm thinking he's talking about his daughter.
Oh, my girl.
And I'm going, why are you letting your daughter smoke?
Right.
And then as I'm reading, I was like, oh, is she smoking weed? You're letting your daughter smoke fucking weed?
Right. Well, I mean, her daughter.
And then I realized,
his daughter could be.
okay, it's his girlfriend. Got it.
But I mean, I'm with him. I mean, like, there's so much dialogue in Kevin Smith movies anyway, and Mallrats, holy sweet Jesus. I mean, it just moves so fast. There's just so much happening vocally all the time. I mean, a lot happens in 13 minutes, you know?
I love that movie.
Yeah, it's so great. Okay. Also, what kind of man caves do y'all watch these films together? Okay,
From you. Yeah.
whatever. So I'm going to be honest. Like the
First,
term,
we don't watch them together.
the term man cave.
You don't have one.
It drives me crazy. Like Casey and I love to go to like antique stores and like craft bonanzas. I don't know what you call it. Like a place where they have a bunch of shit where people made them and you buy it. And it's just always like this man cave, man cave, man cave. I fucking hate it. I hate it.
Well, I love it.
Why can't there just be a place in your house where you just like to be, but it doesn't have to be a fucking man cave?
My man cave is neither for men or a cave. It's my immaculately decorated living room that my wife did.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
And she lets me sit on the couch.
I know. You sit there, your dogs fall asleep, either not on their beds or on their beds. Doesn't fucking matter. And it's great, right? And it's not like, here's the thing, like I have this room that's basically a shrine to myself. And I fucking come in here, but I come in here to work. Like I don't hang out in here.
No, this is your office.
I get the fuck out of here as soon as I can.
this is
I
your
really
office.
do.
This isn't a man cave.
I
This is your
dread
office.
coming up here. Casey will tell you, like, I'll be in the middle of the day. I'm just like, I have to fucking go up in the studio for a minute. Like, this is going to suck so bad. I actually have to go up there and work. She's like, well, I mean, like, can you now, fuck, I got to get up there and do this right now. And then I go back downstairs, and then it's just the house.
Well,
I don't like man caves.
I like man caves, A, because they're for men.
Right.
And B, because they're caves, which I fucking love. The darker and cavier, they're better.
So TV size, yeah. I have a 54 in my...
I have a 70-incher.
I've got a 51-inch.
Yeah.
I just bought a 55.
Okay. So we're like... Yeah, it's in his TV, 70-inch.
And I have the same problem you do, Jared. It's a big 2-story vaulted family room. The sound
Can't hear
horrible.
anything. Yeah, we made the mistake last night.
You have surround sound. I just have a fucking sound bar.
Well, guys, this has been awesome. I like the All Guys podcast. Next time we should do like, Coyote Ugly or some shit. Just, I don't know. Is there a movie actually that has more sex and nudity than what we just did? Maybe that's it. You know, you just never know. Oh. It's fun to watch a movie from back in the day and have a completely different mindset while you watch it.
You liked the movie, correct?
I did. Now, you haven't said anything.
I did not like the movie.
At all. Had you seen it before?
The directing was amazing.
Why
the
are you just saying this now?
I don't know. I forgot. The directing was amazing. The acting was amazing. The soundtrack was phenomenal. Everything was great about it. Like I couldn't go and go, oh, I didn't like this. Overall, I just didn't enjoy it at all.
The subject matter was tough.
Did you really just not like it?
Yeah, I just didn't enjoy it.
Will, you didn't like it?
Everything that Rich said. Beautifully made movie, great acting, great music, great cinematography, art direction was beautiful, the story was interesting. It was a tough watch for me. I mean, I thought it was a good movie.
Interesting. Jimmy?
Yeah, I enjoyed the shit out of it.
Yeah, I just think this movie is a classic. I mean, you know,
I don't disagree with that.
It's tough subject matter for sure. I mean, with obviously being based upon a horrific story of like one man's journey, but also diving into people who don't care for their kids and drugs and, you know, I mean, like fucking underage girls ODing and shit. Yeah, it's fucked up, but it's probably pretty true to the time.
I think the problem, and it's funny because again, I'm bringing up my parents and their TV watching habits. Like my mom's watching This Is Us. It's a TV show that's out this season.
Everybody says that's the best show on television.
That's the kind of show that I hate.
So it's
because it's so real life. They're like, it's so authentic in real life, and it makes you cry. And I'm like, I don't want to fucking cry.
I call it too much drama for my mama.
Okay, so but what does that mean? Is it so real that it's like everybody is just fucking? It's just crying.
I don't want to get depressed watching entertainment.
Like
I want to escape.
They're laying it on too thick.
So nothing good ever happens to these people, right?
No, it's just laid on too thick. They're trying too hard to make it what they're
but they're killing it. It's a fucking huge success,
awesome.
Right?
Great for them.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, you don't wish.
I'm not trying to get it off the air. It's just not my thing. No. Like I don't want all the realism in the depressing.
There's no spaceships.
Yeah, well, I don't have to have spaceships, but I just want some. I want some escapism. That's what I watch TV for.
Yeah,
is escapism.
So
this was just a little too.
I thought this movie was excellent. I didn't dislike it. I thought it was an excellent movie. It was tough.
Yeah, guys, this has been a blast. Love you guys. Jimmy, you're welcome anytime. Thanks for stopping by.
Not a problem.
Will, you can't even imagine how happy I am that you're not moving.
Me too. I don't want to move.
I don't want you to.
I don't want you to either. I'm going to come over there. Next time I'm going to come over.
I rescued Jimmy.
And just hang out at his house.
I heard about that. Now, he was supposed to be here on time and let you guys in. He had the codes to all my shit.
Never said that.
Yes, I did.
No, I never said I was going to be here on time.
No, Jim,
that's true.
Jimmy came to the Harry Potter party.
My name is Jaret. You can find me everywhere at JARET2113. Rich, you got anything this week?
Rich Coleman TX said everything.
There you go. Will.
Will Vark at everything.
Will Vark at everything. And 1L.
1L.
Jimmy?
Top Jimmy 13 at Twitter.
At Twitter. There we go. Guys, this has been a blast. And let's fucking get into 2017 and just kill it.
What do you think we should kill it with?
Real Genius?
That's correct.
We'll do Real Genius then. A lot of people are asking where to find that movie. I would say...
steal it.
In your ass.
In your asshole.
It is on YouTube.
In your buttered up asshole.
Oh, yeah, it's in YouTube.
You can watch it on YouTube, the whole movie, but you have to...
zoom in.
Yeah.
You guys will figure it out. We'll see you down the road.